Hello, princess. How are you?
Ikut-ikut tayo.
And a very, very good morning, everyone. Welcome to Orange World. My name is Mario, a good Australian name, Mario. Any Marios here? Any Luigi here? So what we'll do this morning, go for a nice run around the orchard, citrus avocados, I'll give you a commentary. And before we go, have you seen this little gadget in action? Never seen it before? Top little gadget, this one. A little cutter on this side of the peeler. Take the center and make a cut all around the orange. Turn the peeler, see the shape. All you need to do is go under the peel, just under the peel, and then start turning. And just keep turning a little bit at a time, all the way to the top, until you reach the top. Once you get to the top, all you need to do is make a little twist.
Nice.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Put it back and do the same on this side, and you end up with a fully peeled orange. Made in Melbourne. Who lives in Melbourne? Live in Melbourne? Melbourne? Why? Here you go. Look at that, right? Top little gadget. And you got it. Good for the kids when they go to school. Have it peeled, and then they can eat it. You give them an orange, the chances are they won't peel it. Here you go. Now, I want to give a couple away. Right? Two people are going to get one. One here. Get another one here. For you to win the first citrus peeler, please tell me which country you think I was born in. First one are here.
Italy.
Italy? What's your name? Did you say Rowena? You said Italy?
Yeah.
Rowena said Italy. Italy is not a winner.
Australia.
Australia. I'm Italian. I'm Australian, but not born in Australia nor Italy. In Europe somewhere.
Yes, it's supposed to.
In Europe. And I'll speak
UK?
French. They speak French in that country.
French.
Poland,
Poland? No.
Norway,
France.
Belgium.
Belgium.
How did you guess?
Peru.
Bravo. Bravo. Okay, children only. No mums, no dad, kids only. Alright? Look at me. Are you looking at me? And tell me, for you to win a citrus peeler, how old is Mario? How old is Mario for you to win a citrus peeler?
65.
65. I like 65. Alright. So it's going to be more than 65.
67.
67, I still like 67.
70.
72.
72.
70. Yeah.
70? 70 is a winner.
Oh!
last prize is a full year membership with a Hawthorn Football Club. Go the Hawks. No, who do you go for?
Collingwood.
Oh, we
Game on
playing
today.
you today. We're playing you tonight. Yeah. Let's get on the thing. Have you not cold? Because it's a bit fresh outside, huh? And then I'll close the door.
Bili tayo nito, man. Na?
Good biscuit?
So, nandito kami sa Orange World. Yung Southwest, no?
Yeah. Victoria
Big Victoria. Yeah. Chocolate orange.
School ang
So, yan yung mga orange. Anoodin nyo ha sa YouTube.
It's not that cold though.
later.
Yan, orange world.
Sabi niya kanina, thank you. Ito po ang dami niya. Ang bayad niya. Si Alan matapos 11:30. 6:10.
So, ito yung sasakyan namin. Train! Smile! Picture.
No need.
It's not daylight saving.
It's daily saving.
Daylight saving.
Daylight saving.
The clock outside is already night.
But it's
Mommy, look at yourself in the mirror.
Anong meron sa kapo?
mga fried rice, mga ayam penyet, ano?
Ayam dito.
And mga take out tayo jay Red Rooster.
Eh dito maganda.
Red Rooster.
Nag-noodles sa ano na.
Kaya naman, kaya naman noodles dati mga ito.
You gonna be high? You gonna be high? You gonna be high?
We try.
If he doesn't, you let me know. Huh?
I have injection.
So, where from originally?
Broken.
Philippines?
Broken. Yeah,
Philippines.
Philippines.
Philippines, yeah.
Sa kanya siguro. Sabi sa
I can't finish this one. It's too dry.
I have a small bottle
This
of
yours?
water.
You wanna try it?
So, under na kami.
Maraming lagan siguro.
And my first question to everyone this morning, can you hear me?
Yes!
At the back, Jeanette, David? Yep. And Neil, can you hear me? Heidelberg? Broken Hill? So welcome to Orange World and welcome to Mildura. My name is Mario. And let me give you a quick background about myself. I was born in Belgium from Italian parents. And when I came to Australia from Belgium 50 years ago, I couldn't speak a word of English. And with a name like Mario, I couldn't speak a word of Italian either. All I could do was speak in French. Absolutely hopeless French here in Belgium. So what they did to me, they put me raw here in this property to pick oranges and mandarins. And then I got a little bit friendly with my boss, Charlie. But also, I even got more friendly with his daughter, Maria. And a couple of years later, my boss became my father. And then we've got 2 children. Daniel's son, Daniel is 44, and Janelle is 40. And they both live in Melbourne. No citrus growers out of it. Thank God for that. Not much money in oranges, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. The beautiful fruit on your left-hand side, you can see it started to change color, is our beautiful imperial mandarin. If you don't have one at home, plant one. Easy to peel, sweet, juicy, and here in Mildura we harvest them towards the middle of May, all the way to the end of September. So, plant one, and 3 years later, you'll all be picking the first mandarin off your own tree, so it doesn't take too long. Has anyone got a mandarin tree at home, by the way? Anyone? You have? In WA, you have? And in this property we have 10,000 trees. 10,000 trees in 50 acres. Seems to be a lot of trees, 10,000 trees, but in actual fact it's only an average size property. And if one day, ladies, gentlemen, you said that's it, sick of Melbourne, sick of WA and Broken Hill, Melbourne, we are moving to Mildura and we are buying Mario's property right here. Don't do it, don't do it. Not much money in oranges. Henry, would you believe that sometimes we make no more than 40 cents per kilo of oranges? That's not much, is it? 40 cents a kilo. So what we've done over the years, we've cut a lot of orange trees and replanted mandarin trees where we make $1 a kilo. Stick to what you do in life and leave the citrus industry with Mario, Maria, and Luigi. Anyone plays with Mario and Luigi? Yeah. You're a big kid, aren't you? And by the way, there's 2 rows of orange trees just here on your left. I'll leave them just to see how long they're gonna last, but they are 80 years old. 80. Here you go. And you can see, with the weather going cooler now, they've started to change color. And in the world today, there is well over 500 different types of oranges. That's a lot, isn't it? 500 types of oranges in the world. And there is a young lady on the train, I don't know her name, but she comes from Lille. And she was talking to me before, and she said, "Oh Mario, 500 types in the world. I would be so interested in that." So what I'm going to do for her now, I'm going to stop in a second and I'm going to go through all these 500 types of oranges for you right now. You got time? Okay. No, we won't. We'll cut them in 2. Navel's winter fruit, Valencia summer fruit. And we pick the navels from the end of May all the way to the end of November. We pick the Valencia, our summer fruit, between September and June every year. So we have oranges 12 months of the year. When we come back in the kiosk this morning, I'll give everyone a glass of orange juice, and it will come from the Valencia, the summer fruit. But if you are going to plant an orange tree at home, the one I recommend for everyone is the one on the left, the beautiful Washington navel. Has anyone heard of the Washington navel? No? The best the sweetest and the juiciest in the world. Plant one, and 5 years later, you three will look like the ones on the left. Marie and I, we planted these trees 5 years ago, and it's gonna take another year before we make a profit out of these trees. Young lady, another year when I make a profit out of these trees, I will be exactly 51 years old. Alright, 70 years old. Everyone have a good look at the bottle on the tree. And I'm going to ask a question to one of you, or anyone. Have a good look at it. This weather, this is not mildura. This is a bit like W at the moment. Wet. Why did I put a bottle on the tree? Anyone? And don't be shy like me. You got your hand up. Fruit fly. Fruit fly? Fruit fly. Yeah. Anyone else got any idea as what it could be?
Fly trap.
A fly trap. So fruit fly, fly trap. Wasps. A lot of people say what you say, but I'll tell you what. This one is a little bit tricky, so I better tell you. On the other side of the road, we've got the Stanley Winery. And up to about 10 years ago, we used to be able to go to the winery and have a few tastings. And obviously, we'd buy a bottle or two. 10 years ago, they closed it to the public. We couldn't go anymore. And I was a bit upset because I do like my little glass of wine. So what I did, I kept a contact with that winery, and they, every day, every couple of days, someone comes from the winery and fills up that bottle with wine for me.
Really? Oh, that's a joke.
You don't believe me?
No.
It's a good story though. It's a better story than the fruit fly story, and especially the fruit fly. That's what we're looking for, the fruit fly, because they're pretty bad. They go inside of the fruit, and then they lay their eggs, and then the fruit gets all rotten, and it spreads. So we need to get rid of it. In the farm, we spray the trees with a poison, which is organic, not harmful for us. At home, if you've got a tree, this is something that you can do. Get yourself a plastic bottle, make a few holes on the sides of the bottle, and then you put a mix of vinegar and Vegemite. Mix everything together. That will attract the fruit fly into the bottle. Once it's in the bottle, it can't get out, and it works. So, 50 ml of vinegar and a good teaspoon of Vegemite. When I say it works, it really only works with the Aussie fruit flies because of the Vegemite. Yeah. England, Marmite, Italy, limoncello, Belgian chocolates. Now, children, do you put your hands up? Who likes school? One. And put your hands two. And put your hands up. Who doesn't like school? Whoa. Oh, yeah, at the back, you're in trouble. How about mums and dads? And David and Gina, did you like school?
I like them guys.
I love school. Oh my God, I love school. And you know, the best years of my life were in grade 6. All 4 of them. Not bad, huh? 4 years in grade 6. But it wasn't my fault. It was my teacher's fault. At the end of every year 6, my teacher used to say, Mario, you stay in grade 6 with me next year. I think she liked me. All right, now, don't put your hand up. If you know the answer, yell it to me. But don't put your hands up. We're not at school. For the trees to grow, children, what do they need a lot of? Water and sunlight. And where do we get the water from to water all the trees? The rain. And when it doesn't rain, we get it from the river. And what's the name of our beautiful river? Exactly, the mighty Mario River. Oh, not the Mario River. All right, we're gonna give another citrus peeler away in a minute. Someone mentioned the wasp, I think David. Yeah, the wasp is even worse because the wasp gets into a branch and then the branch swells up and it kills the branch. So that's even worse than the fruit fly. Who likes Mr. Albanese? Oh, I met Mr. Albanese 2 days ago. I was at the golf course playing golf and he was there. Mr. Albanese, the Prime Minister of Australia, was there. And I fell backwards. On my backside. And he picked me up. He lifted me. And he said, oh, Mario, I'm the Prime Minister of Australia. Will you vote for me next year at the election? And I said, listen, I fell on my backside, not on my head. Let's go again. So in order to have a beautiful juicy fruit, the trees need a couple of things, and the first thing they need, of course, water. In this property of 10,000 trees, each tree takes up to 400 liters of water every week. Once a week, 400 liters of water. That tree over there, unfortunately, it's become wild again. So no good, not producing any good food. So we earmarked it and we're gonna put it out. And then they need frosts. The frosts are important because they add a lot of sugar, a lot of sweetness into the juice. So the colder it gets, the sweeter the juice. And of course, they need sunshine, as the sunlight will help ripening the food. And here in Mildura we have all these ingredients, especially our famous frost. And of course, we've got sunshine galore. More sunshine here than anywhere else in Victoria. Well, not today, not yesterday, it doesn't matter. And look at these beautiful trees. Marie and I, we planted them 2 years ago. And it's a beautiful new variety of navels called the Cara navel. Have you heard of the Cara navel, anyone? Have a look in your supermarkets in June, July, August, and you must probably see them. In actual fact, if you can plant the tree, it's even better. Remember the one? The orange of the future, the Cara. And look at the soil, look at the dirt, a mix of sand and loam. And this beautiful mix gives us a perfect orange. And then grapes, tomatoes, capsicums, chilies, cannabis, pumpkins, all those things. Only for medicinal purposes. Okay, I'm gonna get a couple of people to do something for me now. Who's gonna dob in their father to do something, or their grandfather? A couple of people have to do something. Alright. You're gonna dob in someone? You're gonna dob in your dad? Anyone's gonna dob in their dad? Did you enjoy one extra air of sweet? Did you sweep one extra air today? Did you change your clocked? Did you change the time?
No.
You didn't change the time yet.
No, this one is automatic.
Oh, there you go. Where is he? Oh, look at him. What's your name?
Jay.
Jay.
It's
Okay,
gone.
Jay, and what's your
It's
name?
gone. Hit.
Finish.
No hitting. Pills.
Did you had a coffee this morning in the shop? Did you have something to drink?
In the house.
Did you have coffee this morning? So how about we're gonna leave these two here for half an hour. And you two take a row each. And how many trees can you have a wee on for? A wee. Eh? How many? A lot. Oh, what? Finish. He's gonna do a lot. Good for the trees. Good for the trees. It's got urea in it, and that beautiful, that beautiful urea goes inside of the root system, and then back into the tree, and then back into the fruit. And George and Henry, you had a glass of juice this morning. Was it good? Did you taste a bit of more urea? No, it doesn't go to the fruit, but it's the citric acids. So Jai, we're gonna come back. What time? What time is it? Half an hour. Thank you. That's good for the trees. Huh? And we normally use urea once a year. Once a year, a few doses of urea to the whip system. Very good. All right, now I've got a question. Jay, 10,000 trees.
10,000.
How many people we have to pick all the fruit? That's the question of the day. How many people we need to pick 10,000 trees?
20.
20. All right, we can go back. How many people to pick 10,000 trees? 100. Young lady, how many?
Nada.
Want to think about it?
50.
50?
80?
How many, young lady?
How many? You will tell number.
We'll go to the chair with that. Okay. How many?
3?
We.
3 people to pick 10,000 grapes.
How many? George. Is it George?
Yes.
Okay, how many? 70. Yeah, me. I think these kids have been drinking. Anyway, and how many? 1. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. Anyone dare say 4?
Yeah, 4.
David, 10. 10 and Jeanette.
I would go about 15 to 20.
Okay, one of you is very close, very close. Don't know, I can't tell you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start driving, and then I'll give you all the clues. And if you can't hear me, sometimes the speakers don't work properly. Just yell at me and I'll stop. But the very first clue that you need is in the first 10 seconds. All right,
Okay.
let's go. How many, young lady?
How many?
Doesn't matter.
Try bean.
All right. Let me give you all the clues there, and you all can hear me still? Yeah. Like I said, if you can't hear me, yell and I'll stop. At the end of May, and we finish at the end of November. So we work 6 months of the year, and we work 6 days a week. Usually the pickers take Saturdays off. All the oranges are twisted and pulled off the tree by hand, but all the mandarins are clipped with a pair of secateurs like these ones here. And the reason we clip them is because if we just pull the mandarin off the tree by hand, we might take some of the skin away from the mandarin, so they need to be clipped. And a good picker, what we call a gun picker in this property, will pick a bin of oranges weighing over 400 kilos in 1 hour. 1 hour to pick 400 kilos of oranges. For the mandarins, it will take that picker up to 4 hours. And the return to the pickers, $40 for a bin of oranges, $100 for a bin of mandarins. When they pick lemons, $65. So, 10,000 trees, everyone. 6 months of the year. Lock a number in your head between 1 and 30. And I'm going to come and see everyone. We're going to start with the lady here at the front, all the way to Jeanette at the back. Everyone, make sure you've got a number. If any child doesn't want to answer or can't answer, mum or dad can give the answer. Alright? First time in mildura for some of you. First time. Jeanette, first time. You like it? The name mildura means red earth. Red earth. If you have a tree at home and new trees start to go up too much to the sky, what you do is give it a bit of a trim up the top. Alright, I'm going to turn the corner and I'm going to come and see everyone. Who's going to win? Broken Hill, Heidelberg, WA, Melbourne or Hill? You already can do 50. You can already do a lot of weed on the trees. Yeah. Super giant. Alright, let me turn. How many? Between 1 and 30.
18.
18.
20.
20.
25.
25. Pick a number.
22
22 and
and 28.
28.
15.
15. How many? 3.
12.
12. How many George?
17. 11.
11. 11.
29.
25.
20. Someone said 11. What's your name?
Kelly.
Kelly said 11. Let's give Kelly a big clap. Kelly, I'm sorry, the answer is wrong. I love doing that. I did that to a little girl yesterday. She was crying. So I can't pick anymore. 10 minutes she was crying. So I say, if I give you a peel, will you stop? No, I want a chocolate.
No fire.
But anyway, look, sorry Kelly.
Gun.
Someone gave me the right answer.
No.
Someone said 3 somewhere before. Who said 3? You said 3. And someone said 1. And someone said 2. Yeah. So we had the 1, 2, 3. And I said no one's going to give me 4. But David gave me 4.
10.
There you go, you did. You can win 2 peelers.
I give it to my wife.
So what we're going to do, because you were the closest, we're going to give it to you, alright? You was the closest at 3. And when 1 is sick, then there is 3, isn't it? So So, 4 pickers doing a beautiful job. They've been with us for the last 22 years. Doing a
Spider-Man big
up
I
and
can
down
make
the
a
ladder
dream.
all day long. And they carry your bag. That bag weighs up to 20 kilos when that's full. So hard work and hard workers. And I always remember when we got married, my wife and I, we used to work at the local hospital. And then on our days off, we'd come here and do some picking. And unfortunately, my father-in-law, he didn't have any more ladders for us. And you know how hard it was for me picking oranges on top of the tree on Maria's shoulders all day long.
How much fruit would you get off a tree average?
How many?
How much for like how many kilos?
Yeah. Normally, we've got sometimes a large crop of 200, sometimes we get 600. So it depends on the year. We have a very large crop this year, very large, but as you can see, the food will get bigger. And for us, bigger food means that we can market easier. We prefer to have less food, but bigger food. When you get a lot of small food, especially mandarins, like, and they have marbles, we can't sell them. We still got to pay the pickers, we still got to pay the packers, but we don't make much money. So less food, bigger food.
Yeah.
All the food goes to the Epping market in Melbourne or the Sydney market. Nothing to WA, nothing to South Australia. Food gone. Any question? No? All right. Are you shocked with 4? Are you shocked with 4?
Yeah.
But
Not
6
you,
months
because
within 6
you
months.
shocked with 3. Are you a bit shocked with 4, Jay?
Yes.
Me too. 4 years in grade 6.
Good man.
Let's go again. Are you cold? Is it really cold?
Yeah.
You want me to turn the heater on?
Yes, please. Sit warmers.
Amazing. Up to last week we had 35, 36 degrees and then it's gone cold all of a sudden. This is not mildura. All right, let's go again. And how long have you been in Australia?
4 years.
4 years. I think, Neil, you've been 9 months in Australia. So Kelly and Jeanette, I'll have to hear you. We're going to sing a song in a minute. All right? If you have a citrus tree at home, you always can cut the top of your tree. And by doing so, you allow plenty of sunshine getting inside of the tree, plenty of air. We do that once a year in about September or October. And obviously from time to time, some trees die and we'll pull them out. This month is a month when we pull out the dead trees. Okay, go back 25 years in your life. There was a commercial on TV by the name of the Cotties commercial. Kelly and Jeanette, remember that one? The Cotties commercial. Let's sing it together for everyone else. Mom, Dad picks the fruit that goes to Cotties to make the cordial. Like Miss Margot Kelly, Australia's Got Talent. That was on the Orange Well 25 years ago. And if you watch a program on ABC from time to time called Gardening Australia, there is a beautiful lady by the name of Jane Inminson. Jane Inminson was born and lived in this poverty for quite a number of years. And obviously the system of irrigation we use here is the drip irrigation. We used to have a sprinkler system that used to waste a lot of water. Since we've gone into a drip irrigation system, we've been able to save 20 million liters of water every year. That's a lot of water. 20 million liters. Have a look at these beautiful trees on my right. Have a good look at them. Would you know what they are? Do you know what they are? Avocados. And who likes avocados? Who doesn't like avocados? Oh, see a few. That's alright if you don't like them. Avocados, I reckon they're a little bit like Vegemite or the Kardashians. You like them or you don't like them. Who likes the Kardashians?
Nala.
You like them? Yeah, that's alright. They're alright. They don't cause any harm to anyone. They are what I call influencers. 60 years old, these avocado trees, 60 years old. And they're very hard to grow here in Mildura because it can get pretty hot in summer and it can get very cold in winter, so it's a hard one to grow. But anyway, they're doing well. We use what we call a cherry picker to pick them all, the scissor lift. Here you go. Last year we had a hell of a lot. This year, hardly any. And that's normal. That's normal. Now, children, again, we'll see if you've been listening. This is where I ask the kids a question, all right? Don't put your hands up. How many trees have we got? 10,000. How many people have we got to pick the fruit? 4. What do the trees need a lot for them to grow? Where do we get the water from? What's the name of our river? And how many years did I spend in grade 6? And whose fault was it? They've been listening, haven't they? That's so good. And where was Mario born in?
Belgium.
And what's the capital of Belgium? Did young David say Brussels? Young David is wrong. Brussels. Anyone been to Belgium? No? All right. I'm happy today. I'm happy today. Oh my God, I'm happy. Number 1, I've seen you. And number 2, today, my wife and I, we are celebrating 47 years together. Today. Isn't that nice? And early this morning, someone said to me, Mario, what's your secret? 47 years. And I said, look, it's easy. Since the day we got married, twice a week, restaurant. Twice a week. A beautiful dinner, good music, a couple of drinks. And at the end of the dinner, a nice walk home. Isn't that nice and romantic? Maria goes on Tuesdays, I go on Fridays. Let's go.
No, Dad, please.
So we are going to the avocado lane, and on your right and left you can see the avocado trees, and also you'll notice that we have citrus trees planted amongst them. And an avocado tree is subtropical, not very frost tolerant, especially in the first few years of their life. And here in Mildura we get quite severe frost through the winter. So in order to protect the avocado trees from the frost, we have planted them in between citrus trees. If you are going to plant an avocado tree at home, just remember, they love a lot of water. They absolutely hate the frost. The frost will kill them. And don't plant an avocado tree from the seed. If you do, it might take up to 15 years before they produce any fruit. And as we are getting out of this little lane on this beautiful Sunday morning, the trees on the right are 80 years old. 80 years old. And no, not the trees. The house on the right is 80 years old. The farm is a good 80 years old, and saw the tree, I saw the house. And my wife and I, we don't live here though, we live in Mildura. And this little house has now become a holiday house. Would you live in Mildura, anyone? Would you live in Mildura?
One day.
Not a bad little town, Mildura. We are well over 50,000 people with all the little towns around us. And if you remember, we were talking about the Cara navel. See if you can find a tree because it is a beautiful orange, lower in acidity and higher in antioxidants. And that's why it makes it a perfect orange. And these trees here on your right, that's the Cara, 4 years old. And I'll tell you what else is not, it's blossom time. Blossom time always at the end of September, early October. Beautiful sight it is to see when all the trees are in blossom at the same time every year. And at that time of the year, we bring the bees in the property. And in turn, the bees produce that beautiful orange blossom honey. When you go back in the kiosk this morning, have a good look at the honey. We don't give any more tastings of honey since we've had these COVID restrictions, but it's a beautiful honey. And if someone looks after your house or your pets or your mail, always good to give them a honey and a peel all the way from Orange World. How's that? Anyone's got pets at home? Anyone's got a dog? Anyone's got a cat? I love dogs and I love cats. We don't have any. The young lady here at the front, you know what my favorite pet is? You know my favorite pet? Huh? George, Henry, you know what my favorite pet is? Rabbits.
You're same with her.
Since I was a little child,
She wanted.
rabbits always.
Oh, yeah, you just
With a bit of salt and pepper, with a bit of lemon. She didn't hear that. It's good. That's it. So, as a little recap, 10,000 trees in 50 acres. Best orange in the world, Washington. Best mandarin imperial, 4 pickers. All of our water from the Monty Mary River. 200 million liters of water every year. Have a look at some trees we have planted to show you different types of citrus. A lemonade on the corner. A lemonade is a cross between a lemon and an orange. And Maria makes a lovely, lovely lemonade marmalade. And then the Seville makes a nice orange marmalade. All the way from the south of Italy, we've got the bergamot. Makes a beautiful perfume, and also, if anyone drinks it, that makes the Earl Grey tea. Anyone knows of the Earl Grey? The Buddha's hand. An orange that looks like a hand with a lot of fingers. Jay, have a look there. On the, can you see? Can you see it?
Yes.
A Buddha's hand. An orange that looks like a hand with a lot of fingers. Not much you can do with that one except maybe using the skin or the zest in your cooking. Did you see it? Towards the bottom of the tree. And right next to me, a lot of people cook with the kaffir leaves. I don't know if anyone does that. A Navelina, one of the first of the season. Beautiful, the Navelina.
Where do you get the names?
And then the Kinoti Kumquat that makes again a nice bitter marmalade.
Oh, kumquat.
The Villafranca lemon, beautiful juice for you fish or avocado. And the Washington navel, the one I always recommend for everyone. The Tangelo, a cross between a mandarin and a grapefruit, a little bit bitter. And the Valencia, the one to buy in summertime. That's the juice that we're gonna have in a minute, everyone. The variegated kumquat that makes a nice marmalade again. And the ling navel harvested in May and June every year. That will be about the middle of May when we'll start picking our ling navels. The pomelo, all the way from Borneo, Malaysia, and I think there'll be some in the Philippines as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And the Valence, the blood orange can get very dark on the inside. The Shaddock, the largest orange in the world. You won't find any bigger. And the very last one is the ruby grapefruit. If you want to grow a citrus tree in a pot or in a barrel, you can do that, and that can stay in a pot or in a barrel for quite a few years. After that, plant it back into the ground. And in these black bags, that's all the peels from the juicing machine. At the end of Monday, they go under the trees as a good fertilizer. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back in the kiosk in a second. I'll give everyone a glass of orange juice. I'll get Kelly her ticket because I think I forgot to get a ticket from you. She just asked, well, I've got a good memory. Eh? And listen, if you can spend $1 or $2, that would be good. Because, 47 years, that's pretty good, huh? That's a big thing. And my wife, Maria, she's not cheap. God bless everyone.
Thank you.
Dad, tanongin mo ba bakit gano'n yung pulo?
Oof.
Tanongin mo bakit gano'n ang pulo?
Ano?